At the Table with Gina and Ronda.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the Ronda Rousey Gina Carano fight that happened a few weeks ago, hosted by Netflix. We're kind of just going to be speaking upon the results and what we think about them.
So you saw the fight, and it didn't last very long at all.
No, surprisingly and disappointingly.
Okay, well, you see they have a video out on Netflix now about how they got prepared and everything else. And you could hear that Ronda Rousey's all about preparing for this fight.
Yeah, Gina is only really talking about her journey about coming back as a fighter after being gone since 2009. These are very different stories, and the results kind of match these stories, unfortunately. So the fight was only a few seconds long. Gina Carano threw a punch that didn't even land, just the one single punch. And then Ronda went straight for a takedown and a submission, which is her trademark.
The armbar.
Yep, right to the armbar. Gina Carano didn't know what to do, and it was over so fast, even Gina Carano was laughing about it.
So I can't help but wonder, did Gina even prepare for Ronda?
I think it was just that she trained to get back into it. She was proud of herself for losing 100 pounds over the year of training she was doing. She even said post-fight that she should have picked a striker to fight because she had some demons in the closet to get out, so to speak, because she just really wanted to punch something. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of this because Ronda, with her trademark style, has always been get the person on the ground and submit him as fast as possible. And it's like Gina Carano was surprised this happened for some reason.
When you have a fight coming up and you have time to watch the other fighter so you can learn the fighter, you have to train your fighter to fight that fighter, not train them how they train all the time. It varies every single time. And I don't believe Gina did that.
Well, sometimes it works, right? I mean, Mike Tyson trained to fight like Mike Tyson. I don't think he really had a game plan for any individual person. He showed he was top dog in his prime for sure, youngest heavyweight champion there ever was. Mm-hmm. And maybe it would be a little odd to say Mike Tyson would have to train to fight someone specific because he did well on his own. However, if you're fighting up against somebody you know was a top performer of their time, I think you're going to have to cater to their style. An example of this is actually when Lennox Lewis fought Mike Tyson. Lennox Lewis trained to fight Mike Tyson. He was ready to wrap him up when Mike Tyson got close, kind of ruining his whole peekaboo style. And then when kept Mike Tyson at a distance, and at a distance would uppercut and overhand him. So Lennox Lewis tore him apart. And if only Gina Carano's team was more catered to teaching her to combat Ronda Rousey, because Ronda Rousey comes from a newer age. Gina Carano was at her peak about a decade before Ronda Rousey.
A pioneer.
Yeah, a pioneer, so to speak. And then Ronda Rousey was innovative. She was one of the first women's champions of her kind to go in there and dominate and draw attention. When I say dominate, I mean she has a background, Olympic medal. Mm-hmm. She's a black belt in judo. She has jiu-jitsu submissions. So I think a lot of stuff like this was foreign to somebody like Gina Carano, and it ended very quickly. A lot of people online are speaking about maybe it was rigged. It was so shocking to many fans. They like to connect the dots that, maybe Gina took the fall. And I don't see it that way. I'm not quick to buy into the whole it was set up. I think what's been happening is Netflix has been taking popular figureheads, popular people from UFC or other fighting organizations, and just slapping them together, making these dream fights happen. However, many of these people are out of their prime. Many of these people have been retired for a long time. And so it's mismatched. It's completely mismatched because somebody's more active than the other person, or there's, in one way or another, these fights didn't happen previously for a reason.
So the real question here is, where did they go from here? Does Ronda continue? Does Gina continue? What's your opinion?
Yeah, so from what it sounds like, they were both asked this already, because Ronda Rousey talked about having multiple kids and getting a farm and just living her life already. Gina Carano was asked if she's going to fight again, and she's like, I don't know anymore. This was probably the one time we were going to get this, and that's it. So I don't think there's going to be any kind of fights again with these two, but you never know.